What's up? Here we are again, another late morning. I think it's like 11 o'clock. I gotta get going. I gotta get to the post office today. I just have a gift to send off, and then actually I'm returning a watch I got on eBay. Oof, that was a lesson learned. Luckily, I get to return it. It was not an expensive lesson, but lesson learned. For me, I mentioned before, I was looking for 24-hour watches. You know, one that instead of the hour hand goes around every 12, it takes a whole 24 to go around. Well, it seems like for special stuff, for watches, sometimes there's like this discrepancy, right? That either is really cheap or kind of expensive. And these are it feels like they're in this area where you can get some that aren't going to be the highest quality and they're not knockoffs, but we'll just say not the highest quality, or they're very expensive. No, let me tell you, you can see I'm just using a Shavette with a Wizamet blade in there. I haven't used this for a long time and it's fun. So here we are. Oh, and Uno by Ariana and Evans. So I found this one on eBay. Kind of like the looks of, and there wasn't much time left on it, like a little bit over a day, and nobody had bid on it, and it's like $100 starting bid or $200 buy it now, right? And I learned from Matt on the cadre, who's a eBay master, that guy. I got soap crinkling in my ear. I hate that. Just in there. That sometimes, he bids on, if his wife is watching, he rarely bids, and he's learned his techniques from listening to others. For everybody else, he bids on a ton of stuff, this guy. And sometimes what he does, because he's not, I think a lot of times he wants to find a good bargain, something he can fix up and resell or whatever. So he's not sold, like he's not emotionally invested in this stuff, which is, I guess, where you want to be for the most part. But he said sometimes what he does is if he sees something nobody's bid on, he'll keep track of it. And after the sale, he'll lowball the person. And sometimes they'll agree with it. Like, I just want to get rid of this. Nobody bid. I'll take whatever. So I was thinking about that. And this guy has a little over a day left. So I go, hey, if you don't sell it, I'll give you $75. And maybe you maybe lesson one, probably wait until after the sale to make an offer like that. But so he comes back and he goes, no, I paid $437, some very specific number for this thing. It runs great. It's like new. Lowest I can go is $200. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. The bid there's nobody bidding. It starts at $100. But, I get, like everybody else, I get sniped on that freaking eBay. So that was my concern, is if one of the people watching this thing also noticed there's no bids and had their program set up to do minimum bid, in the last few seconds. So whatever, I went in, did minimum bid, got it, and I posted in the forums. I don't know if I got taken for $25 because this guy would have taken the $75 offer if I hadn't bid. Or did I just save $100 instead of agreeing to pay $200 to this guy? Anyway, I kind of figured, well, what do I care? I'm getting the watch I want. Seemed like a fair price. It shows up. I'm not thrilled with the band. I can replace the band. The watch is cool, 24-hour watch. I put it on. I wind it up. It feels a little weird. And then I notice wearing it the next day that the minute hand is kind of like, drunk dude, like not smooth and skipping seconds and then shooting forward. And so I start thinking, first of all, like, okay, it's a used watch. It obviously wasn't true that it was like brand new and running great. But I'm like, it's a cool watch. So do I try to take it apart and try to fix it, which I've always wanted to do? Do I take it into my shop? Do I complain to this guy? Anyway, I kind of figure, I'm a little frustrated because this guy wasn't all that truthful. So I shoot him an email saying, this is all screwed up. And he goes, fine, send it back. I'll get it serviced and I'll relist it because I paid $400 something for it. So I'm like, all right. So as soon as I'm deciding what to do, because I could still keep it if I want to. And here's the number one lesson. Everybody's gonna go like, duh. But I get, auctions. I get taken into. I've told the story I think before about years and years ago about how I got sucked into art auctions on the cruise ship, which led us to get some free stays at the Ritz Carlton. But that's a whole nother story. But yeah, I like the excitement of an auction and all this stuff. So not always, the thrill takes over. Much like our guy, I won't name names of the guilty on the cadre, but there's a guy there that's admitted to posting way more than he should for something just to get to somebody that's always outbidding him. And it's kind of, it's fun because, I get it, the emotion, and I'm going to show you, these guys don't know each other from Adam, a month from now. That guy's not going to care that you won whatever. Well, it's just, it's funny, but I guess it's kind of like going to Vegas, right? You're paying for the entertainment of it all or whatever. Anyway, I guess we're here for a shave, aren't we? Boy, it got quiet. What do you all... Yeah, I'm sitting here letting my lather dry out. So what I should have done before I even bid on the darn thing is Google this watch. Learn a little something about it. I had looked at 24-hour watches in general, saw other listings of this watch on eBay. This was much cheaper than the other listings. So I thought, hey, good deal. In general, compared to the other 24-hour watches I was seeing both on the company's websites and other websites and stuff, seemed like a good deal. I Google this watch. The website for the company pops up. It's a current watch. And it is not only retails for less than what I pay on a normal basis, but there's a Halloween sale going on. But this place is in Europe. So I got to pay shipping from Europe, which ended up only being $10. So with buying a brand new one with the shipping, and the deal is that I didn't like the metal bracelet that this one came on. It kind of looked like somebody mentioned chainmail, which is kind of true. The new ones come with a rubber band on it, which is what I was going to get anyway. So win. So a quick, this guy obviously wasn't happy. Probably wants to save his feedback. Because after I had requested the return, officially through eBay, he said, sent you the label, now send back the watch. That was it. So, my first instinct was to go, dude, and BS with your $400 something. It's on sale right now for less than that. But I kind of figured that maybe there's a chance he could deny the return, because it did say no returns on the original listing. And I'm returning it because it doesn't work, which seems fair. But I'm just wondering if I said, well, I just found it cheaper, then maybe that's not a reason for return. Anyway, hopefully all's well that ends well. As soon as I'm done with this shave, I've got it packaged up. man, technology is awesome now. He just sent a QR code and it says you go just scan the QR code at the post office and they print the label for you. Dang! I knew that Amazon had been doing that. And freaking Amazon, not only do you just scan a QR code, but you don't even need to box the stuff up. And what a wonderful world we're living in, huh? So that's that. That's my duh. So luckily that one really hasn't cost me any money. Like he didn't say I'm not going to take it back and then I was just hosed. But even then it wouldn't have been terrible. It would have been a good watch to kind of mess around with. Taking apart and seeing if I could put it back together again. But anyway, but I like it. So hopefully it's not just a completely junky watch. But there we go. Quinn's, you know what? It's been long enough. Let's change this up. Let's reach down in here. Oh, I forgot. I kept thinking all I had down there was the lavender, but I have the pink grapefruit and orange rind. Like this one. Use this. Beautiful. Beautiful. Kind of actually, I don't know why I didn't switch earlier. I kind of like this one better than the cucumber. Yeah. So that's my tale of lesson learned, lesson should have been known at the beginning. And yeah, it's interesting. I often, yeah, that's weird. A lot of times when I see new watch brands that I never heard of, I'll Google it and go to like their website and see what they have. But like take Seiko that I know about. When I see a used Seiko, I tend to look at other used places. I pre-papowed that. I didn't even show you the papow. Look at that. He's sad. He's dead on his side. Like, oof, papow knockout. Well, that papow would have been brought to you by Hombre's Barbershop, which, as you know, is the sweetest smelling barbershop in Tucson. I hope it is, Dave. I forgot what I was saying. All right, we got to pick a scent. Boy, I'm on the verge of finding a very thin shelf. It can't be very long. Maybe just like 12 inches. This high enough for some bottles to go under. But the scents, I got, about that. I was doing the Scents of Wood subscription. How many of those do we have in there? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of the 10 of those. I just got the Penhaligon's Juniper Sling. I thought I got something else not that long ago. I'm running out of space on this side. And then I just got, where'd my Big and brush? That's what I showed you yesterday. Where did it go? This one, this Big and brush. So the brushes are slowly taking. I need a shelf to kind of go vertical here rather than horizontal. Oh, quick! Last auction story. This was a shocker, a bummer to me. Should have known better. Let's pick a scent. What are we gonna? This is sounding good. We're gonna do Creed Viking. So I follow this one guy who does props for movies and things, and he talks about like how they do certain things and shows old props he's got and stuff. But he showed the Bible from Shawshank Redemption, where the guy keeps his his rock pick. He keeps it hidden in a Bible, and they show the Bible at the end with a little cutout where he keeps his rock pick. That's going up for sale, along with some other, like a ton of memorabilia from this prop house over in the UK again. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Doesn't make any sense. That's something that I would pay a decent amount for, not gonna mortgage the house, but one of those where like what I think is a decent amount, what I could get it for is like way less than what anybody. Right now the bidding is at 100,000 pounds. Yeah, not going to be getting that. I was just shocked. But that's pretty awesome that somebody's going to own that. That would be amazing. They also had the posters, the Rita Hayworth posters and stuff that were on his wall. The expectation is those will go for £2,000 to £3,000. Anyway, there you go. Come join us on the cadre. Join us on the Zoom call tomorrow. I'll see you on the forum.